Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on December 14, 2018, 12:40 a.m. to Birmingham. And guys, this is going to be an important topic here. Skywatch TV had last night on 12/12, December 12th, prophetic event in Israel. So you can go there and watch part of this. But if you want to hear all of it, stay right where you are. So, something's happened in Israel today. I mean, really, something is happening. A lot of things have been happening leading up to this time in this event. So, let's go back to when it started. Remember when Trump made the announcement that Jerusalem, we recognize Jerusalem is the capital city of Israel. Everybody screamed, "Don't do that. You'll start a war." Well, he made the announcement on December the 5th, 2017, and made it official. He said, "I want to concrete that." And he asked Benjamin Netanyahu, "Can we move our embassy to Jerusalem?" And boy, he said, "Oh, yes, you can." Everybody said, "Don't do that. You'll start a war." Trump moved the embassy on May the 14th, 2018. Wow. Well, these two events really has started a lot of excitement in Israel. Well, guess what? There was an announcement, a low-key announcement made on December the 10th, and just 4 days ago. And that was prepare. Well, I don't want to give it up just yet. This is a dress rehearsal. Prepare for an offering. This is a dress rehearsal. They repeated that and made it clear. A dress rehearsal. Prepare for an offering. So let me tell you, what is so big and important about that? Don't you have to have things in place? Yes, you got to be recognized as a capital city of Israel, and you have been. You got to have an embassy. You don't have to, but that just concretes the announcement and the statement that this is the capital city of Israel. Then, August 28th, 2018, a red female calf was born, a pure red heifer. No white, not a white hair anywhere on it. Still alive and well today. Still pure today. They didn't know that on Skywatch. They said that's unknown. They haven't heard anything about it. Temple Institute is a very good place to thing to have that comes to you daily. Temple Institute tells you all about the temple and what's going on in the temple. Well, don't you have to have a lot of things in place? Yes, you do. But the red female heifer born August 28th, that if it stays that way, and it's going to, Numbers chapter 19, verse 1 through 10, and Numbers chapter 19, verse 9 specifically. And then you have Ezekiel chapter 41, verse 45. And then Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. Then Hebrews chapter 9, verse 13 and 14. What is this? All of them say you have to have a red heifer, ashes, spread on the temple to cleanse it before it can be used and before God will recognize it as a temple. That's very important. That's ready. Where do you think dress rehearsal came from? But that's not all. There's more. Again, you have to have implements to be put in the temple if there's a temple. Well, if you build a temple, don't you think it's going to start a war? If you build it up on the Temple Mount, it will. But if you build it on the site of the first two temples, it's in the old city of David. It's below the Temple Mount. It's not on the Temple Mount. And look, they know this, guys. they know this. The world thinks that they don't. They do. Believe me. All right. And why is that? Because on the Temple Mount, there's no water. In the old city of David, on the side of the old temple, the Gihon Springs boils up right there. Water right in the middle of that temple. God's living water. Never stopped running. Never stopped. It was covered up. And when Israel claimed their land 70 years ago, on May the 14th, the day Trump made it official by moving the embassy 70 years to the date. But when they came in Israel, they simply uncovered the rubble, and there were the springs running right there 2 feet underground for all those years, waiting for the Jews to come home. That's not all. Don't you have to have the implements? Don't you have to have harps? Don't you have to have the menorah? Don't you have to have maybe the chalice? I'm not sure about that, but maybe the chalice. What about the Ark of the Covenant? Look, they have these things. People are looking worldwide and digging mud holes looking for them. They're not there, guys. They're sitting in Israel under lock and key, safe and sound. All of them. And they have been all along. So the temple of David can be put up in 2 days. And it can be put up on the spot of the first 2 temples with the Gihon Springs boiling right out of the temple door. Don't you have to have clothing? Don't you have to have a mediator? Don't you have to have all these things put together? Yes, you do. And if you take the Temple Institute, you will hear that they have already made all the clothing for all the people who will be having anything to do with the temple, including the high priest. They'll be the mediator between them and us, between God and us. His name is Cohen, and he's already tried on the clothing. It's in the Bible. Look him up. Cohen. He was used then and he's used again. All the clothing that everyone wears while they're working around and in the temple will wear these clothing. Well, the clothing's made. All the harps have been made. Everything's ready. Here's the biggie. Again, the last day of Hanukkah, an event started. We're going to have a dress rehearsal. Prepare for an offering. That offering is not the red heifer. Here it is. They said on Passover, which is April 19, 2019, Friday through Saturday, April 27, 2019, prepare to have a live offering on those dates. Guys, don't you think that would bring the Ezekiel 38 war upon them? It could. But God's ready. It could be like a sandstorm that you see rushing across Saudi Arabia all the time. It could be just like that, but God's ready. Well, if the Ezekiel 38 war starts out, what about us? Well, God could take us before then as well. I'm just giving you the dates of the things that is abuzz in Israel right now. And the excitement is just boiling over, really. So you got it. Jody Wolf, Expoz.